Hello, good day. In today's lecture, we are going to talk about market equilibrium. What actually happens when the demand and supply interact with each other? If we believe that the market is well-functioning market, where all the assumptions of the free markets are followed, we will reach sometimes to the point where the demand equals supply. The price that we get at this point is called the market clearing price and market clearing quantity. Equilibrium on the point is denoted by the point E. Look at these diagrams. The blue curve, downward sloping demand curve, shows all those quantities which consumers are willing to buy at different prices. Whereas the red curve, the supply curve, shows all those quantities which producers are willing to supply at different prices. Now, the point where they meet together, the point E, shows the quantity which consumers are willing to buy at price PE, and the producers are willing to supply at price PE. This is a unique equilibrium that exists in the market that is well functioning, that is a perfectly competitive market, where you have got many buyers and many sellers, and the product that are being traded is homogeneous. Now, why this equilibrium reaches? Why the equilibrium? We end up at the equilibrium. Suppose if the price is not equal to E, if the price is not equal to the E, what happens? Say, for example, the price is P2. At this particular point, if you see there is the supply is greater than demand. According to the assumption of Adam Smith, the people work in their own self-interest, and the people are actually they are rational agents. When they see the producers see that the supply is more than demand, they bid prices down. When the bid price is down, they have got the movement along the supply curves. And that movement is a backward movement towards the equilibrium. Whereas you get the forward movement because when the price goes down, the quantity demand goes up. And when the price goes down, the supply goes down. So you may see here that when the price goes down, there is a backward movement on the supply curve, and there's a forward movement on the demand curve. And this keep happening up to the point when this again the market reaches to the equilibrium. Similarly, if the market actually is such in which the price is below the equilibrium, say for example, now look at the P2. P2 is now below PE. At this particular point, you see that since the price is below the equilibrium, the quantity demanded is greater than the quantity supplied. Now, out of the self-interest, the consumer's bid price is up. When the consumer's bid price is up, you get the movements along the curves. And that movement you get is the backward movement along the demand curve. The backward movement of the demand curve happens because the prices are going up. And you actually also find the forward movement along the supply curve. The forward movement of the supply curve happens because the prices are going up. So as the law of demand and the law of supply says, when the price increases, the quantity demand falls and the quantity supplied increases. So that's the other way around. Like when the demand price goes up, the quantity demand falls and the supply increases. So this keep happening up to the point when the market reaches to the equilibrium. Okay, so if you look at the different conditions, the equilibria, if the PE is greater than PE, if the P is greater than PE, then we have excess supply of the goods and we would expect the prices to fall. If the price is less than PE, then we have excess demand for the goods and we would expect the price to rise. If P is equal to PE, there is no tendency. There is no guarantee that the price will always be at equilibrium. There may be tendency for the prices to be at that level. The tendency may be present in all markets towards the equilibrium price. The question is how strong this tendency is. For example, if you look at the fares of taxis, the taxis fares are set on the basis of supply and demand of taxis. Different taxis apps use a very sophisticated algorithm to vary prices in line with the supply and demand. For instance, when there are less drivers available in your area, the price of the taxi is multiplied by the factors 1.5, 2, or 3. Many people treat it fair because at times when the demand exceeds supply, so many may not be able to get the cab at the price generally get. So this is how the market works. Thank you for joining us.